Okay, I've been doing a little testing, and I've just been playing a bit of a scenario to get my feet back under me so I can think more clearly when I'm trying to record at the same time. And this isn't, of course, the campaign that I was playing. This is just a test world I made, and I discovered that the thing I was trying to talk about earlier, the secret hacks, is this right here, the secret modding hacks. And it only applies to the Necromancer, or it applies to everyone, but it only matters for the Necromancer, so we're fine without it, and everything seems to be working fine. And I can still claim my mod is 100% compatible with everything, even the campaign. So we will just jump into the main menu, I guess. And that mod conflict is just because I technically updated the No Limb Can Bear mod by opening it once and closing it again. Okay, so where were we? We were just about to bring our two groups of people together to attack this city, and over here, I guess I'll start going for scoundrels because I can do some stuff with them. And I will just keep this here. I'm waiting to try to build a travel stone. Looking back, I didn't watch the whole thing yet, but I was sure doing a lot of stuff without saying why I was doing it, so I think maybe I was talking the whole time I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so here's the guy we have to kill. He's only level 1. So we could just assassinate him. That could be fun. He's not going to be able to chase us over the mountains. Yeah, so this is something that the Wrong Kind of Balance mod adds, which is I can teleport Shadow Stalkers. I thought I could teleport my main character, but no, that's not the case. Maybe I should make it so that heroes can teleport if they get an upgrade, like they get the Shadow Essence ability or something. That'd be kind of cool. So I can take this city. And the other thing I wanted to show off as I was looking into everything was Poison Mastery is an Empire upgrade, but that is also the Wrong Kind of Balance mod, because normally Poison Mastery actually is a spell. But it seemed a bit weird to cast a spell to make all your weapons poisonous rather than just, your people poison their own weapons. And this is not because of a combination of abilities. Anyone can get the Lead Voice rune. And I think I added it as a way to increase your research rate because I added so much more research to the game. So it doesn't just trap you in like the low tier stuff. But now it does cost a fortune to cast, so it might be okay. But I was thinking about that just in terms of balance, where there's a lot more abilities, but it still makes you stronger if you learn them faster, even if this prevents the game from slowing down. But on the other hand, it isn't neutral. But it does cost so much that maybe that makes up for it. Well, that was something I might redress in the future. And now time to take this city. So there's no Crusaders here. Crusaders, I have buffed a bunch. I'll keep it a bit of a surprise for what I did to them. As for the speed of everything, I felt like everything was moving really slow. That is because when you play the normal game, first of all, you can choose the strength of each AI, so you can actually, that's where the Emperor comes in. It's not difficulty, it's the AI strength. And the second thing was there's a fast mode during the setup, which I don't believe is in any of the options, and it makes the whole game run faster. So I guess on the campaign we take the scenic route, which for a campaign, it's an introduction, there's a story. I guess it makes sense if you're interested in that sort of thing. My thought here is that these guys can fly over the wall, so I could buff them, but I don't want them stranded on the other side of the wall, so I'm going to just buff the slightly injured guy, and also the guy that hits really hard, with fire protection and fire strike. So it'll just make them hit even harder. And then over here, I think I'll join up my troops. Because actually, didn't I give all my units wall climbing? I did. So I could sneak around the back while these guys have them engaged in the front. But I guess we'll see what they end up doing. And I'm going to keep my mana saved for the quick dash because it's one of the best spells in the game, I think. The only thing that makes it not the absolute best spell in the game, well, I'm sure there's others, but the only thing that limits it is the fact that you can only cast one spell per round. Otherwise, I would say that it was just straight up the best, one of the best combat spells. And they're so... Yeah, so that speed up I did where I right click again while I'm giving them a command, that's just by default if you have it on fast mode. So you save yourself, a bit of carpal tunnel there. which I actually did get at one point. Not from playing the... Well, it was from modding this partly, but it wasn't from playing it. But I will hopefully be able to keep an eye on that sort of thing. So I made it so that all devout units have a spirit. My internal... This will ruin it for you. This is their spirit coming free when they die, right? But my internal modding name for it was Bun in the Oven. Just horrifying given what these things... They're, I think they're holy corpses or something. They're like baby corpses empowered with clawed wings, large empty eyes. I don't know what's going on there. Now, cherubs also are devout, which means cherubs have cherubs inside of them, which caused me problems at first, but I changed it so that there's a cooldown on it for the cherubs. And they have to actually recast it on themselves, so they can't just have infinite cherubs, because that'd be silly. But it does make the Theocrats a lot more annoying, because you don't just win. Jeez, this guy's hit hard. Oh, and I'm being a bit reckless with these guys, just because they all have regrowth, so nothing's strong enough here to really kill... But the Great Sword will be strong enough to kill them, if they wanted to, but... Hopefully I can deal with them before that becomes a problem. Just going to give them a bit of a tickle over here. And I'm not hopping up on the walls because your turn ends when you climb walls, so it's kind of an annoying ability to ever actually properly utilize. As for... Okay, does this... Yeah, that hurts my own units. These guys hit hard. I gotta figure out how I want to do this. If I stand, like, here, I can flip them around, and then I can get the flank off on them, and they will do, like, 40 damage. Why do they hit so hard? Oh, because they're orcs. Man, these things are terrifying. Can I just cripple them somehow? Oh, that's one kind of cripple. And they've turned around to face my hero. So, okay, here's an advanced technique for you. If I attack them, they'll attack back every time I attack, right? But if I attack once, then they don't get to. Which is a... You know, it makes sense, but it is a bit silly. When I looked up the damage formula, I guess I never really knew it. It is, you do 10 damage plus your attack, minus the opponent's defense. But there is a 20% variance to it, so it can be times 0.8 or times 1.2. And I have regrowth again, so I don't really care if I start taking a little bit of damage from these guys. I don't think I can see over the walls wherever I stand. I don't know what they're for. And I didn't figure out what the Fae was about. I think that might have just been the city itself. If we look here, the Buttercup Meadow produces those produce those. Yeah, there might just be -1 sight inside the Fae dwelling. Here, actually give me a second and I'll check. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't find it, and I couldn't actually find any changes to the fairies whatsoever. Which is weird because I swear I remember changing them, so... I'll have to actually look at the mod itself when the game's not running. I'll take a storehouse. It seems kind of vulnerable right here with land right already there. I might need to send these guys back up. And you, I guess I got as a replacement. Another thing I did was I made Crow's upkeep quite a bit lower. I guess just to let you have more of them. The big change I made to the rogues you will see in a little bit. I guess I'll take a wall. And it has to do with the scoundrels. So once I start getting some scoundrels, then you'll really see the difference. It's safe to... No, that's a fairly strong force. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I could build a wall. That would help. And then I could build some ferries. How does that work again? This button. Teleporter is inactive. This must be Gambleg's doing. If we take control of the other end, we could probably reactivate it. Okay. We've got some orcs guarding the opposite end. So I guess that's where the fighting of these guys come in. And it seems like even on hard difficulty, Fairy Forest, only elves may enter. Please be silent. Leave gifts here. That'd be interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of gift mechanic I could add to the fairies. They could, instead of producing merchandise, maybe they could receive gifts of some sort. Like children? You could get population from them? I'm not sure. I have to think about it. Yeah, these guys should have attacked me already and taken that out. So I guess we're not... hard isn't super duper hard, which, given that it's been 4 years, I'm not going to complain too much about. That's a lot of stuff. That's good. And I'm just keeping... You know, I might even camp it for now. But I'm keeping it here because I want to build a travel stone to show off that mod, and also because they're quite handy. On a map this small, it might be a waste of money, though, because they're pretty expensive. And yeah. So now that ferry should just go for a walk on its own. At the end of my turn, I guess. Okay, we've got something down here. Grab those. Could have used those crows as well, but the more crows the merrier. Just wondering if there's... Because it looks like they put impassable mountains everywhere, except in a few locations, so they're actually trying to restrict it. So I could go into assassins, but I think I'll go for poison, because I'm going to be getting a bunch of scoundrels soon. And I'm just going to see if old Gambleg... Sounds like it's from Lord of the Rings. I'm going to see if Gambleg's over here. He's not. To move up. And I want you to join up with me, and I want you guys to join up as well. Got some neutral boars just going for a walk over here. Strange. Don't know what that's about. Okay. Buffing up his city, and we are on simultaneous gameplay, so I should bring these guys up before he like wipes me out. Maybe you join up with those fairies. And you pop over here to see what's going on. You guys can catch up. And just bring you forward for a moment. Okay, so this little town... I think the walls might have been an overreact. Well, they weren't an overreaction. I should have lost the town already, but I don't think they would have helped. But we'll take it, and we'll just start making that produce a bit better again. And let's start kicking things off. Let's get a scoundrel. Now I'm going to need a lot of money, so anything I can do to get money faster. So one thing I could do... Put an iron grip on the city. Now they're super happy, and then I make them unhappy by rushing this production, and that'll be done next turn instead of in 4 turns. I guess his capital's right there, so he'll be dancing around that. He was probably hunting my Grimbeak crows down. Don't know what those boars are about over there. It's kind of weird. It might be a quest he triggered somehow. This town's growing. We got our scoundrels. And we could start them off a higher level. The regulars can move through mountains. That'll be good for the scoundrels. And now, I think I'll take the toadstool ring. I'm going to need a lot of money. It's 23 more. For here, I'll go for the storehouse, just to make the city grow faster. Some fairly dirty strategies you can do with simultaneous turns, which the AI is able to do almost perfectly, but thankfully we can see when they've ended their turn. Like if I had moved up my hero here, they could attack me before the rest of my army moved up. Otherwise, you have to move your army like this weird sort of undulating blob to keep them safe. The AI's turn was done, so we're good there. And it should be fairly easy. The trebuchet with walls will be... No, there is no walls. Okay. That'll be alright. And, you know, I almost never see trebuchets, so I haven't touched them, and I don't really know what they do. I guess they... Decent range unit. Now, these guys are terrifying. They hit super hard, and they have... Okay, so this is from my Legendary Units mod, which I've actually rolled into the Wrong Kind of Balance. You can have either or, but Wrong Kind of Balance has its own version. So when Tier 3 racial units upgrade, get to gold level, they actually evolve into a legendary version of themselves. But even the non-legendary version of Orc Shock Troopers are terrifying. I don't even think I did anything to them other than what I did to orcs in general, which was make Warcry twice as strong, I think it was. Okay, it's a lot. So I made Warcry do +6 instead of +3 or +4, whatever it was. I gave all orcs +2 melee damage, and I redid the Orcs Shock Troopers skill tree so that it gets movement upgrades, and it also starts with wall climbing and gets improved wall climbing instead, and a few other little tweaks like that. So yeah, orcs in general are hit quite a bit harder. My notes actually say I need to buff elves more, which I'm not sure. Like, sprint is really good. I did give, you know, I gave orcs more love, which makes them more interesting, I guess, in some ways. But being able to get out of whatever you call it, when you're next to someone and you can't leave, engagement, I guess, is quite handy. But there's also something to be said. Sorry, yeah, no, that's it. It's quite handy to be able to do, and it might not be as devastating as the massive damage buffs I gave to the orcs, but that's not everything. But this, they have a shaman. Never mind. So what I was going to do is just impede them, but this guy has break control, which gets rid of a huge amount of debuffs, and possibly including root spears. It's supposed to be a physical debuff, but let's see, can he do something about that? You know, this might actually work. Okay, and they lost all their movement, which is nice. So let's see what happens here. Trebuchet's coming around to bother me, I guess. And I believe the regeneration is for one battle. Yeah, something like that. Okay. The regrowth. So, one more. I think what I'm going to do... This. What's going to happen is... Does that... Okay, he's safe-ish. Those are human cavalry. Orcs don't have well, they have black riders or whatever they're called, but they have the mounted cavalry dudes, but not anymore. I'm just concerned about that trebuchet attacking anyone that's slightly out of position. So I'm just trying to very slowly and carefully approach, because this guy can just hit them a bunch of times. Oh yeah, look at that. The Banefire hits on like every elemental type basically. It's kind of like the Fairy Fire. It's very annoying. I'd like to kill those priests, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I might just... I'll walk here. I'll put you here. Give you Dragon Ancestry, and then you can hop in and do a little surprise attack. These shock troopers are going to be a problem, no matter how I suppose the best thing I could do for it is to stun them with the Hailstorm Sisters, but they're way over there. Could inch you up a little bit. Take that risk and get hit. Now I've wasted my sprint. There we are. What's he gonna do? Oh, he's casting some sort of spell on me. Ooh, jeez. Well, I was not expecting a crit. How is a trebuchet happy? It's a machine. Machines don't regenerate, but apparently they can be super happy. They love having a king and an empire, okay? And a wealthy empire. I'm happy for them, I guess. Okay. So what are my odds? 50% to stun them. And where are my chargers? Oh, he dispelled it. That was what the spell was. It was dispelling the Draconic Ancestry. That's annoying. We can just get rid of those archers so I don't have to deal with them. And the chargers in to deal with them. These shock troopers, man. They terrify me. So what is that trebuchet, though? I want to... 6 damage. Okay, that'll do. I can send you in to deal... How does range work in this game? You cannot be used while you're engaged. Yeah. Shows how long it's been, eh? Go for it, and if it fails, they die? That seems actually like a plan. Because I can do... this. Hang on. Doesn't quick dash let me disengage? It could be the fact that maybe it's only sprint that does that. Well, that's not good. And now the elves are in the way. If they step back, what happens? A bit of damage. Now they're not in the way, at least. So this thing can it move and shoot? It looks like it can, in which case you don't want to be standing there. I guess I just lose the campaign right then and there. And you will do 10-ish, which is not nothing. We have someone else. We have a Monster Hunter, and we have the Crusher. But you won't do quite enough damage to kill it, and it will almost kill you. So we're just going to sit there and see what happens. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. And now we just have to deal with this thing. And those shield was High Elf Swordsman. They don't last long. Not when I'm in control. Got ourselves a little human city. Are we good, guys? We are holy air and explorers. Okay. But we should probably not forcibly kick out all their population and actually start doing good things so that we get the benefits from being a good person. Actually, we also should be getting, our creation nodes do a bit more. Our cities and boats have +1 vision. I don't know what's causing this. I think it's me, but I don't remember why. You need to be healed. I could really do with some priests. Do some healing. What do we have here? Just a single Orc Impaler. That should be fine. You're done. Alright, Scoundrel. Your job is to, I guess, just run up here for the moment and to show off what we can do. Here they are, Black Knights. I was right. Okay, so they've got Black Knights and Hellhounds, which shouldn't be able to reach me because I'm in the mountains. And there's the limit there. We've got something over here. And then down here we've got a little bay of some sort. So we'll go and check that out. And you can grab those haste berries and start moving up. I'll send you, I think, Rogue's Palace, so I can get Scoundrels on the front lines. And I do want some healers, so let's grab the... I guess Storm Sisters don't heal, humans heal. So I'll have to do that from the human town. I want Storm Sisters. I also just want money. I'm gonna stay on money for now. And I'll send... What was it underground again? It was some Black Knights and Impalers, okay. That's a job for you. I think that's a job for... And then over here, can't just be an Impaler, right? It is? Okay. So we will send you down, and we will send you guys to help them then. So why not? And we'll do our best to keep the monster hunters alive. Let's keep those. Nope, didn't work. Right. So those razor bows can't quite take out. I will send those in to deal with them in a moment. They're all gathered up. I'm certainly not going to complain. Actually, can these guys attack the knights? They can't. We'll do what we can. Guess I'll go here. Sort of defend best I can. I don't want to get in range of any of those. I just have to keep it safe for now. And hope they don't murder me. Yep. Well, why did they do so much? Wow. Something to do with their spears, I assume. It's been such a long time, I don't remember what those do. And if you have any suggestions, by the way, for, oh, the fairies definitely need this or that, this makes sense, then yeah, let me know, because I like modding. It's fun. We reactivated the teleporter and can now use it to cross this lake. It'll provide our troops with a useful shortcut into Gamblaig's domain. Will it, though? It's there versus there. I guess, because I can build all my troops from here and send them through there. If I was building troops right now. Of course, that also means Gambleg has a quick way to my base, so, you know, there's that. So what do we have here? It looks... Okay, so... How much XP do these guys have? They only need 9 more. Okay, so what we'll start seeing is Champion gives +1 resistance, as you can see at the bottom there. It doesn't normally, but I changed it so it always gives +1 resistance, because it's a bit weird if you get, like, Champion 12, let's say, which would be impossible. But let's say you get Champion 12. Your elf will have plus 120 hit points, but the resistance will stay the same, which means, like, Disintegrate will take out the 120 health elf as easily as the 10 health elf. Which I think seems a bit wrong. So I changed it so that all basic non-class units gain resistance every time they gain a champion tier. Felt right. So those Impalers are going to have to come outside because I'm ranged. So I guess we'll just... Now the one thing which might happen is Gambleg might, I don't know, smite me? Let's see him try. I want the elf to get the kill if I can. Just for that champion. And how does XP work? I don't remember. It's something like you get 1 every time you attack someone. You get XP equal to the tier of the unit you attack every time you attack, and then you get an additional XP equal to the tier of the unit you kill. It's something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. Just take that to see what's going on over here. Oh, here. Oh, what's going on is I may have just lost the game. Huh. That's why you use scouts. I'm not sure what to do if I lose. Like, should I restart the whole mission or just restart... Just reload? Because I don't like reloading typically because, you know, it is a strategy game and I shouldn't be just sending my units, like my hero, blindly. Well, I didn't lose because she'll just respawn. But I've lost this army, probably. Yeah. Do I have... If I summon a crow... Okay, here's what I can do. I can summon a crow here, and then it can grab this egg, and that'll give me a bunch of casting points, which will make me a scarier target. And then I can summon another crow. It's maybe worth more than army itself. And then underground... If I have anyone who's really fast. Expendable. Not really. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, if I lose, I'm not sure what to do, because on a level this short, it would be kind of boring to... Well, would it be more boring to redo a big level or a short level? I guess that's sort of a question. Maybe I just... Because I want to do the whole campaign and just say, oh, I lost, I guess that's it. But I also don't want to just be able to scout and reload by dying, so... Kind of a tricky mix. I guess we'll see. Thankfully, you don't... I've been playing a lot of Wesnoth recently, and it's like you lose one unit and the game's over in some of the campaigns. And in the first Age of Wonders, it's the same as well. So I overreacted a little. Oh, I can also do this. I can go. No, run! Ah, dang. I could, because it's simultaneous turns. I forgot I could have run away. Okay, I'll make his nose bloody. So my biggest concern here is his cannon. I have slightly changed cannons, so they do 60 damage, as you can see there. I also gave him Grape Shot, which I think is pretty cool. Like, shoot a massive fireball-y thingy. He doesn't have any Martyrs, which is good, because Martyrs combined with Crusaders are terrifying. Crusaders are already terrifying, though. And so one of the main things I did was to Crusaders, possibly the reason why he has this many, is I made them cost population instead of resources for the most part. So, you know, they're devoted to the cause. So I think my best bet is to kill Gambleg and not get not get hit by the cannon. But yeah, look at this. It's ridiculous. Got a massive range and it can kill 2 units in a single shot. If I wanted to kill Gambleg, well, it'd be nice if I had an assassin. It's a shame to lose these high-level units. It's gonna happen though. Evangelists are tough. Like they're hard to kill. They also have healing, so they'll keep Gambleg alive probably. He is also devout. Doesn't look good no matter how I... Oh man. Can I kill Gambleg this turn? I go here. So I have a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just out of range. I'll need to sprint to get 2 long-range shots off. And he isn't resistant to any elements. That'll give me like 10 damage. Or I can do 20 if I cast the spell, and then I can do another... Yeah, it's better to use elements against him. Oh no, he's got really high resistance. So it's actually better to use arrows against him. But my guys are all the way over here. Stay out of the way of the Hellhounds. Still at risk from his evangelists, but maybe Rose give him something to do. I could get him to shoot himself with his own cannon. That would be amazing. The AI, I don't know how they did it, but you can create new abilities for this game and the AI instantly figures them out. It's actually really impressive. For the most part, there's like 1 or 2 that it doesn't know what it's doing, but and you have to tweak it manually slightly, but for the most part, it's really impressive. So I'd just do this 5 times. That's a decent amount of damage. Now, he does have healers, but if they're healing him, they're not converting my units. And then my units go and do stuff to him. I'm trying to stand, like, staggered so the cannon can't kill all my units in one shot. And that's everyone, I guess. Yeah, I guess the plan is just run and hit him and hope he dies. I'll still lose the fight if he dies, but at least it'll hurt him as much as it hurts me. Yeah, okay. He's not going down that easily. Ah. See, that's just overpath. But you'll notice, what I did was I made them, if you caught it there, I made them more like actual cannons. So it damaged itself in the process of doing that. I could make it so that cannons can't reload themselves. I don't think it's necessary, but it's an idea. I wonder if it's more likely to take out the cannon. And you only get to heal every 3 turns. That's not normal, right? That might be a thing that only the theocrats can do. I'm a little upset about my everything there. Okay, Gambleg's dead though. So at least he gets what he gets what he is about to do to me. Poor Heil. The other thing I could do is kill all his faster units, like the wolves. And then... Actually, it's just the wolves, eh? If I did that, then I could potentially run away for long enough with her that it would end the fight without losing her, but I don't see how I'm killing the wargs in the first place. But it's kind of the option I've got, right? Alternatively, I use the dash to sort of just keep myself alive while I fight, but I'm not winning this fight. Oh, the Hellhounds, not the Wargs, sorry. I don't know where he got those. Maybe he could summon them. So now I need to... Oh, no. Problem with the Rain of Blades is it keeps the fight going. I have to not actually hurt anyone. So can I avoid these for 5 turns? I can avoid them for maybe 2 turns. And the cannon stands in the middle of the battlefield. There's not much area to run. And I don't have any sort of D-spell, so I think those guys are just joining the enemy side. At least my good units are going to live. I am tempted to try to stay alive using the Seeker. I'm not hurting the Hellhounds that much. And I do have Sprint. Okay, I'm going to try. I don't think it'll work, but I'm going to try. And there's the problem is they head me off, and then the coverage of this thing is insane. And it gets to walk forward before it shoots. So now I have to run back this way, and they can attack me anywhere there. So I have to do something like that, and then that. And then these guys can move to here. I think if I stand here... Oh, no, I have to move here, but if I do that, then these guys are going to be able to shoot me. Maybe they won't because they love me so much? Can dream, right? I kind of want to let them live. Like, they're the easiest target to hurt, but who gave this man a cannon, anyways? These don't heal, so on the... Not take that, huh? Yeah. You're not getting your cannon back anytime soon. And now I die. Yeah, he lost almost nothing from that. But on the plus side, he died. And, oh, hey. Whatever. Hey there, Cameron here from, I don't know what it is now, 5 months in the future. This video was recorded for 2.5 hours, and I started a rule before I recorded this video of recording for an hour, roughly, at most. So I'm going to split this into 2 or 3 parts, and this will be the end of the first part. So, hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Well, probably not me, but past me, you know, like 5 years ago. No, months. 5 months ago. I don't record that far in advance. Take care.